Ladies and gentlemen, January 2024 is showing us just how intense the next few months are going to be politically for India. There will be a fight for every vote. And by the end of it, the spirit of the election will be Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. Chandigarh showed us that today. The already controversial elections to elect the mayor of the city have blown up now into a full-fledged war with the Aam Party and the Congress alliance alleging that the BJP has won this election by deceit. Here is what the alliance, fighting its first election together, is saying. They say, out of 36 votes, the BJP got 16 and the AAP Congress alliance got 12. But what happened to the remaining 8 votes? Well, they were declared invalid by the presiding officer. The allegation is that these 8 votes were tampered with by the presiding officer, whose name is I.N.D.I.A. He's a known BJP man. And this is the video that the Aam Party and the Congress have tweeted to prove their point. They also say that Mr. Massey faked his illness on the day of the polls, that were to be held originally. This to give time to the BJP to launch Operation Lotus, essentially buy over AAP and Congress votes and voters. The Aam Party and the Congress have gone straight to the High Court. They have demanded a repoll. As all of this was playing out, there was much more drama inside the house. This as the presiding officer announced the BJP's Manoj Sonkar as the new mayor. Just take a look at what happened. Now, amidst the drama, there were tears as well. Aam Aadmi Party's mayoral candidate, Kuldeep Kumar, broke down after his loss. There he is. The opposition bloc, meanwhile, has accused the BJP of vote rigging and has called these polls treason. AAP's convener, Arvind Kejriwal, is in fact calling it daylight robbery. Listen in.
बीजेपी के आदमी थे, प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर थे, इन्होंने आज किसी एजेंट को अपने पास नहीं आने दिया। इन्होंने सारे एजेंट्स को दूर धकेल दिया और खुद ही सारी वोट लेके बैठ गए और बकायदा कैमरे के अंदर दिखाई दे रहा है कि किस तरह से वोट जो हमारे वोट थे उनके ऊपर वो टिक मार्क करके उसको इनवैलिड, मतलब 2 टिक मार्क लग गए तो ये वोट इनवैलिड हो जाएगा। वो टिक मार्क करके इनवैलिड करते जा रहे हैं और फिर नीचे साइन कर रहे हैं। कुछ वोट पे मात्र साइन कर रहे हैं और कुछ वोट पे एक टिक मार्क और लगा रहे हैं। वो साफ साफ वीडियो में दिखाई दे रहा है। तो 36 वोट पड़ने थे, 36 में 16 इनके थे, 20 हमारे थे, 16 इनके पड़ गए, 16 इनके पक्ष में पड़े। 20 में से 8 वोट जो हमारे थे वो 8 वोट इन्होंने कैंसिल कर दिए, इनवैलिड डिक्लेयर कर दिए। यानी कि 36 में से 8 वोट मतलब 25% वोट इनवैलिड डिक्लेयर कर दिए। ये कौन सा चुनाव हुआ? तो पहले से सोच के आए थे कि इनको गुंडागर्दी मचानी है। किस्मत अच्छी थी कि कैमरे के अंदर सब कुछ पकड़ा गया।
आज जो हमने चंडीगढ़ मेयर चुनाव में देखा वो सिर्फ एक असंवैधानिक या गैर कानूनी चीज ही नहीं थी, बल्कि राष्ट्रद्रोह था, देशद्रोह था। आज जो हमने फर्जीवाड़ा जो गैर कानूनी काम, जो इलीगैलिटी चंडीगढ़ मेयर चुनाव में देखी है, उसे सिर्फ और सिर्फ राष्ट्रद्रोह कहा जा सकता है। यह दिखाता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इतने छोटे से एक मेयर के चुनाव में, म्युनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन के मेयर के चुनाव में, अगर इस प्रकार की गैर कानूनी असंवैधानिक घटनाएं को अंजाम दे सकती है, तो आप सोचिए कि लोकसभा चुनाव की हार देखते हुए ये लोग क्या करेंगे। क्या भाजपा इस देश को नॉर्थ कोरिया बनाना चाहती है कि इस देश में चुनाव ही ना हो, और चुनाव सिर्फ उसी स्थिति में हो जहां भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूरी मशीनरी को रिग कर पूरी चुनावी प्रोसेस को विशिएट कर चुनाव जीत सके?
उनके 16, हमारे 12, 8 कैंसल। उनके 16 के 16 को वोट करना आता है, हमारे 8 को वोट ही नहीं करना आता। ये लोकतंत्र की लूट हुई आज। और कौन है ये? अनिल मसीह, ये बीजेपी के मिनोरिटी विंग के हेड है। अपने ऑफिस बियर को प्रिजाइडिंग अफसर बनाया। और मुझे आज पता चला 18 तारीख को इन्होंने क्या कहा था कि मेरी रीढ़ की हड्डी में प्रॉब्लम है, आ नहीं सकता हूं। आज मुझे बिल्कुल पता चल गया, बिल्कुल सही था। असल में इनकी रीढ़ की हड्डी थी ही नहीं, स्पाइनलेस। स्पाइन तो थी नहीं ना, अगर स्पाइन होती तो अच्छे तरीके से गिनते ना।
Now, even as the opposition bloc is alleging rigging, Chandigarh's newly elected mayor has said that the I.N.D.I.A bloc councillors themselves voted for the BJP candidates and defeated their own team.
देखिए, इनके अपने लोगों के काम है ये क्यों किया इन्होंने? एक आपस में ही इन्होंने एक महागठबंधन को एक गठबंधन का नाम दे दिया है ना। आपस में ही दोनों पार्टियों ने किसने किसको हराया है वो दोनों ही जानते हैं, पर हमें जो वोट दी है वो हमारे अच्छे कामों से काउंसलरों ने दी है। हाँ जी, मैंने तो ये भी सुना था कि ये फाइनल है, ये पहला मैच है। इस गठबंधन का जो इन्होंने ठगबंधन का नाम, ठगबंधन है, गठबंधन का नाम देकर जो इन्होंने कहा था कि हम पहला मैच यहाँ से लड़ने जा रहे हैं, तो इन्हों के काउंसलरों ने हमें वोट पा के जिताया और पहली बॉल पे फिर छक्का, स्टेडियम से बाहर है बॉल।
How do you see today's all political voting which has been done here in municipal corporation?
I see it as a great opportunity for the Bharatiya Janata Party and a great loss to the so-called I.N.D.I.A alliance. After Bihar, it is the turn of Chandigarh to show them the door.
Ma'am, the way they had forged this alliance as an I.N.D.I.A bloc, do you think they are on the same page?
No,
the way the situation has been done?
No, they have never been on the same page. They are unnatural allies.
Today they are saying that these are not fair elections. So how do you see their reactions?
They are saying for the last 2 years. They said it when Sarabjit became. They were so disgraceful. They were trying to push her off the seat and go and sit there. They did that last time. They did it every time. हर बारी करते हैं उसी, हर बारी गुंडागर्दी करके तो कुछ होता नहीं है।
No, they are saying we are going to approach Punjab and Haryana High Court.
जाए ना, देखते हैं वो क्या
So
कहते हैं।
Pawan Bansal and Raghav Chadda, they say we are going to form a history. How do you see this statement which is given by these leaders?
Well, I will say that yes, they have formed history and they are now history in the corporation.
Who cheated is the question. Did someone cheat at all? Dharinder Tayal, BJP leader, joining us on the broadcast. Sanjay Jha is an author with us on the broadcast. Sanjeev Kaushik will be speaking on behalf of the Aam Party, since the Aam Party doesn't send a spokesperson to our channel. Neeraja Chaudhary is a senior journalist watching developments very closely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Tayal, the allegation against you is serious, and the Aam Party and the Congress are saying, here's the proof. वो प्रूफ दोबारा अपने स्क्रीन पे डाल देते हैं एक बार, that there is proof. Thankfully there were cameras and there is proof of the presiding officer tampering with the votes, and they say this is the proof on your screens. Why is he scribbling on the notes?
Shreya, he is not scribbling on the note votes, he is signing the votes, which he's supposed to do. Now, let me go back a little bit. I mean, to play the victim card is nothing new. for either of the two, neither for AAP nor for Congress. They've been doing it all the time. Interestingly, while we were waiting, you showed the statement of Mr. Kejriwal. Mr. Kejriwal says कि उन्होंने एक टिक और लगा दिया, तो अगर एक टिक लगा हुआ है, दो टिक हो जाएंगे, तो वो invalid हो जाएगा. One would expect Mr. Kejriwal to know that the voting was done with a stamp. Pens were not allowed. So वो दो टिक कैसे हो जाएंगे जब पहला ही नहीं है तो दो टिक कैसे हो जाएंगे? I mean, coming up with anything at all. The basic fundamental question, and another question which was asked by Mr. Bhagwant Maan. Bhagwant Maan ji says, ऐसा कैसे हो गया कि हमारी 8 वोट इनवैलिड हो गई, भाजपा की एक भी नहीं हुई, हमारे 8 लोगों को वोट डालना नहीं आता. Nobody is saying कि वोट डालना नहीं आता. It was done consciously, deliberately, under party instructions. Now, what is the background to this? Let's understand. Originally, when the alliance was to be stitched up, the proposal given by Congress to Aam Aadmi Party was, we will have the MP and the deputy mayor. You can have the mayor and the senior deputy mayor. Somehow that didn't come about. What happened was the mayor went to Aam Aadmi Party and senior deputy mayor and mayor to the Congress. Now, I work on the ground level. The alliances cannot be stitched up in Lutyens, Delhi. You can't sit up in Delhi and stitch up an alliance which the local people are not going to accept. That is exactly what happened. Now, if the mayor had been of Aam Aadmi Party, I'll just finish. If the mayor had been of Aam Aadmi Party, the parliament prospects of Congress would have been grossly diminished. To protect that, it is the Congress which has en masse, they have gone against and they have invalidated their votes. So nobody is saying it is accidental. It is deliberate. There is no alliance and we know it. When they named themselves India, they didn't realize history will repeat itself. The partition of India began from Punjab and Bengal, and that is what has happened, and now it has come to Chandigarh. So we are all seeing the face of this coalition.
Sanjay Jha, would you want to respond to that? Sanjay Jha, would you want to respond to that? Essentially, the BJP is saying this is friendly fire. This is friendly fire. ये तो कांग्रेस ने किया है, because they couldn't stand the fact that AAP's man will be the mayor of Chandigarh. लोग गलती आपके लोग करें, साजिश आपके लोग करें, and you blame us for it.
Let me tell you that, actually kind of making lying into an art form that would have probably even embarrassed Picasso maybe, is something that the BJP has to be given credit for. The simple question that AAP and Congress are asking is, why weren't our election agents allowed to see and be present when the presiding officer was counting the votes? I mean, the matter was sorted out. If it was invalid, the world would have known it. And here is the fundamental point, that according to the gentleman from the BJP, a stamp was to be used. So is he saying that the stamps have not been used? So once again, somebody has to see that to confirm if the BJP is speaking the truth as they claim to be. The simple truth is that 40% of the people who are supporting the Aam Aadmi Party Congress, their votes have been found to be invalid. It's really an extraordinary development. For the simple reason, why would they go to the courts tomorrow? Nobody in their right senses goes to the courts if they already know what is likely to be the verdict of the court, especially if their case itself is wishy-washy. I mean, this is not some kind of a publicity stunt. And there is a genuine sentiment that this has been brazenly flouted by the BJP. And look at this, the way the events add up, Shreya. I think this is a mockery of our democracy, and I need to be honest about it, for the simple reason that you have a presiding officer who has an association with the BJP. He's a BJP guy. The first point that I would ask myself is, why was this man made the presiding officer to begin with? I mean, there are flaws and they are like blatant. There seems to be a flagrant abuse of what I call as basic decency in politics. Let the courts decide. But I can tell you today, I think as a country, we look like a banana republic. A mayoral election in Chandigarh is being contested in a manner which has gone to the courts because the presiding officer is allegedly manipulated the results. I mean, how much more of a laughingstock do we want to be?
Mr. Tayal, just respond to the logic Sanjay Jha is giving. if it was the Congress sabotaging the chances of the AAP-Congress alliance in these elections, why are they going to court? Logical question hai.
I'll respond to that. Interestingly, but first, to comment on what the author Sanjay Jha has said, that the BJP is some kind of an art form. So I would say actually it is Congress and Aam Aadmi Party who have made crying into an art form, playing the victim card into an art form, not the BJP. I'll ask a simple question. If anything wrong was happening, why is it that they walked out of the other two elections? It was so easy to expose the BJP right there. Contest on the senior deputy mayor and on deputy mayor, expose the BJP that we are a united house.
Correct.
Why walk out? It shouldn't have happened again. Why walk out? It's another thing which he said, that the presiding officer is a BJP man. Why was he made the presiding officer? Now, the rule book, I'm sure he knows about it. The rule book says one of the councillors who is not contesting the election is to be made the presiding officer. Did anybody object to him? Earlier they went to court. The court said Anil Masih would continue to be the presiding officer. Did they say no, he should not be the presiding officer? Today we are talking about it. It's the same story over and over again. Sometimes the EVMs are bad. When EVMs are not there, the ballots are bad. What are they talking about?
Mr. Tayal, answer my question. If this is the Congress is doing, and if the Congress has sabotaged its own prospects in the mayoral elections in Chandigarh, why are they going to court?
I don't think Mr. Tayal has answered the question at all, Shreya. I think he's dodging it by trying to, indulge in whataboutery. The simple answer here is this, that end of day, he cannot deny that the presiding officer has a BJP association. He cannot deny that the election agents were not given access, which the process, by the way, that he's talking in such, moral grandstanding posture about is the way it ought to have been done. Why was the BJP's appointee so reluctant to let the process be transparent? I mean, you don't have to be a genius to know that this is very fishy. This is extremely fishy.
Okay. Okay. संजीव जी, you are speaking on behalf of the आम आदमी पार्टी. आप स्टूडियो आए हैं, आपने दोनों की बात सुन ली है. अब मुझको ये बताइए, खैर अभी तक धीरेन्द्र तयाल ने मेरा वो कोर्ट वाला सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया. I will try and get to him once again and ask him why the Congress is going to court if they are the ones who sabotaged this election. Fact is, by the looks of it, there is cross voting that has happened. ये जो बार बार बोल रहे हैं कि प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर ने टेम्पर किया है वोट को, प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर अपने पेन के साथ वोट को टेम्पर नहीं कर सकता है.
श्रेया, इस चंडीगढ़ के इस घटना और लोकतंत्र में वोटों की लूट की घटना से पहले एक और सुबह में एक खबर आई थी. भारत सरकार के पूर्व सचिव ES शर्मा नामक एक व्यक्ति ने आज इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक लेटर लिखा और उसमें यह लिखा कि वो मनी कंट्रोल में उन्होंने इस बात का खुलासा भी किया है कि भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक लिमिटेड जो EVM बनाती है, उसमें EVM बनाने और चिप जो बनाने की कंपनी है, उसमें बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर में सर्वश्रेष्ठ पोजीशन पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के गुजरात के एक भाजपा नेता है, बैठे हुए हैं. वो क्यों हैं, कैसे हैं और किस हैसियत से हैं, ये तो साफ दिखाई देता है कि इतने बड़े लोकतंत्र में यदि EVM के थ्रू, यदि वो संदिग्ध है पहले से इसलिए मैं इसके बारे में चर्चा कर रहा हूँ, तो वो तो लार्ज स्केल पे है. 35 वोटों में इस तरह की घपलेबाजी, ऐसा होता है क्या भारत के इतिहास में? 8 लोग सचमुच में वोट देने के लायक नहीं, उनको समझ में नहीं आता है कि कैसे वोट दे और नहीं दे.
बीजेपी तो बोल रहे हैं, उनको पक्का समझ आता है, सोच समझ के उन्होंने वोट दिया और बीजेपी के कैंडिडेट के लिए वोट दिया. खोट आपके लोगों में,
ऐसा होता है क्या? ऐसा होता है क्या? ऐसा होता है क्या? हाँ ठीक है, बीजेपी बोलेगी ही, बीजेपी बोलेगी ही. साफ दिखाई दे रहा है कि डंके की चोट पर ये वोटों की डकैती करना इन लोगों ने शुरू कर दिया है. और हिंदुस्तान की जनता अब ये बात समझ चुकी है कि इन लोगों को कैसे अब सबक सिखाना है, वो रास्ते निकालने पड़ेंगे. दिखाई दे रहा है कि ये आंकड़े क्या है इसमें, 35 वोटों में ऐसा क्या आंकड़ा है? वो जो रीढ़ की हड्डी उनकी खराब हो गई थी, सचमुच में रीढ़ की हड्डी नहीं दिखाई देती है उस ऑफिसर्स की. वो किस कदर गिर गए हैं सत्ता के सामने. है कुछ शरीर में हड्डी कोई बचा हुआ है क्या? किसको नहीं पता है कि क्या हुआ है इस पूरे खेल में? और लगातार ये बात समझाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है। कोर्ट अब देखेगी इस मामले को, कोर्ट क्या करती है, ये भी बड़ा दिलचस्प होगा।
आप मुझे मिस्टर तयाल दो चीजें बता दीजिए। जैसे कौशिक जी ने अपनी बात रखी तो मैं अपनी बात रख दूं। I need two answers from you before I get Neerja in for what is playing out as far as the larger picture is concerned. सबसे पहले, you are saying that these are not invalid votes, that these votes have actually gone to the BJP. If that was the case, if you are saying that the Congress has actually voted for the BJP, no, that's not what you're saying. You're saying that the Congress deliberately ensured that 8 of its members do some ghapla on the vote itself so that it is counted as invalid, right? आप ये बोल रहे हो, right, Mr. Tayal?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, why is the Congress along with the AAP going to the court against it, and why are they asking for a repoll? आप मुझे जरा बता दीजिए.
No, so if that is what we're talking about, then the matter is before the court. Look at the transparency of the whole process. I'll take you through it. One, the entire process has been
नहीं, Mr. Tayal, Mr. Tayal, I am asking you a basic question. बिल्कुल. We've seen that. It's on our screens as well. I'm asking you a very simple question. If you say that the Congress is the one that has sabotaged these elections and sabotaged its own team, why are they going to the court? Does it make logical sense that I harm Sanjeev Kaushik here? बोलिए.
What is their option? What is their option if they want to maintain the charade that no, we are very faithful. We are not two-timing. We are very faithful. What that charade they have to maintain, and tomorrow when the court maintains that, and I think it is AAP which has gone to court, or to my mind it is AAP who has gone to court and not Congress. But even if that were the case,
the alliance has gone
where are we?
The alliance has
they have to maintain that charade, and tomorrow when they are proved wrong in court, they will say no, these votes are not ours. It is Aam Aadmi parties, and I'll tell you why. Let us talk about what is the commitment of Aam Aadmi Party to Chandigarh, and people of Chandigarh should know this from your channel. About a year back, the in charge of Haryana of Aam Aadmi Party, Sushil Gupta, and also a Rajya Sabha member of AAP, declares Chandigarh का solution बहुत simple है. चंडीगढ़ को 2 हिस्सों में बांटो, एक हिस्सा पंजाब को दे दो, एक हिस्सा हरियाणा को दे दो. Now, which Chandigarh person is going to tolerate this? And how are they going to go back to their own constituents to say that, we want to split Chandigarh and take away the existence of Chandigarh? What kind of a party are they talking about? Their commitment to Chandigarh and to the city? And they want to go to court about it? The court will prove everything. It was all on camera. It was all going to be in black and white, and tomorrow they will not know where to hide. The matter is listed for tomorrow. We will know this.
Okay, the matter is listed for tomorrow. क्या कल दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी होगा? Well, the court will ask for all the documents. The court will ask for all the 36 votes and see for itself what exactly has happened. Possibly, it calls people who have signed on to these 8 so-called invalid votes and asks them some questions as well. So it'll be interesting to see what the court does tomorrow. The court has agreed to hear the matter. We'll see how this story plays out. For the moment, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on the show. Dharinder Tayal, thank you very much. Sanjay Jha, good to have you on the show. Sanjeev Kaushik, thank you very much. And we'll be going across to Neerja Chaudhary in just a bit as well. Thank you very much. Stepping into a quick break. Up next, the big story playing out in Jharkhand. Do stay with us.